the Thanksgiving. Today is another session of a wonderful webinar called Dream Team. My name is Marie. I am in the team that greets everybody. We've gone around and we welcome each and every one of you. You're in for a wonderful treat. Over to you, Alfred.
Thank you, Sister Marie Penzi. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us around the world. My name is Alfred Che, and with the youngest ONPASSIVian, Kathleen, joined to welcome all of you into this Dream Team webinar. Have a wonderful show this afternoon. We're looking forward to listening to our guest speaker, Rachel. Over to you, Dr. P.
Okay, good. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you, Brother Alfred. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Alfred. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Patience.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening. Thank you, Brother Alfred. Thank you, Sister Marie. During the presentation, just a few housekeeping. And after the presentation, we're going to open the mic for question and discussion. So don't bear with us. We just need for that. That's why we're taking the mic. Not that anybody will intentionally unmute themselves, but sometimes when we join on our phones, a phone call comes in unmute Zoom. So that's just the reason. But remember, this is your home. We are family. Everybody has the time to share. I just want to welcome my sister, Eric, back. She has been away enjoying a beautiful time somewhere. So we're glad to see you back, sis. But before we start, I know you did not come here to hear me rant. I want to give a shout out to our sister Lerato that gifted us with our signature tune, In It to Win It. What does that mean? We're in a company where it does not matter your gender, your age, your technical expertise, your whatever, you're going to win as long as you're in. So all of us here are winners. All 34, 37 of us here are winners. More people are still joining. So we play that just to remind ourselves of our motto, our mantra, that we are in somewhere that is beautiful. But our brother King, Dr. Derek, takes that song and implements it with our non-verbal updates. So please watch it. It's part of our update. It's part of what we are doing as an ONPASSIVian company, what the company is doing. So watch and see what has happened, what is happening, and what is still going to happen. So before we start, I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Derek Clark to play In It to Win It.
Your next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We are in it to win it. Our final stop is ONPASSIVE. The train is leaving. Kudos to all of you Dream Team family members for a great job well done. You can see the stats there, over 400 webinars. But I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful ladies that make this meeting run at the background. We'll start with Mama McCormick, that's I call her, and my beautiful sister, Sister Irene Credit, that has taken a long sabbatical and she's back. Over to you, sis.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Sister P, Sister Dr. P. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving once more. My name is Debbie, and I'm co-moderating with my sister who is back from her round the world trip, Sister Irene. Greetings to you from Chicago, and I'll pass it to Sister Irene to introduce herself, and then we'll move forward.
Hello,
Welcome back, sis.
Hello. Oh, thank you all so much. Oh my God, I missed you guys. Missed you, but I'm here now, and I'm happy that I'm back, and we are all looking strong and beautiful. Thank you all, and we're gonna have
Indeed,
a good afternoon.
We missed you, but it's good you took your rest and you're back now. So in a couple of weeks, I'll also be misted and you'll take over. But it's good to have both of us here today. And we are really so blessed that we're here after this Thanksgiving, this first Sunday of Advent, for those who know what that is. We're grateful for life. We're grateful for each and everyone here, and we're thankful for good health. And we pray for those who need our prayers. So we're going to start in this beautiful webinar for today with the word, because that is what helps us, our mindsets. Are we ready for anything in our lives, especially for this journey? And how can we get prepared? So we're going to call on on our brother, DrJohn Ajongwen. He will be the one who will say the word for us today. And I can see him, he's ready, right? Smiling. We know who he is. There's no need introducing ourselves, because we see one another on a regular basis in this house. So there's no guess. We know who our brother is. So just to hand over the microphone to him so he can share the word for the day with us. Over to you, Brother John.
Thank you very much. And Debbie, thank you everybody for actually showing up today. It's a blessed day. It's a happy day. And I hope you are having a great time wherever you are at this particular time of the day. So when I was asked to try and actually say a word for today, I wasn't really sure what to say. But then I just thought about the season, at least those of us who are here in the United States, we have just feasted ourselves to Thanksgiving. And I thought, okay, what's Thanksgiving all about? And how can we just not use this idea of Thanksgiving from being the one day a year celebration to something else? And so I started looking into the idea of Thanksgiving, thankfulness, as well as the associated word, which is really gratitude. And so when you think about it, at least as I said, for those in the United States, I know other countries have similar celebrations, but at different times of the year. It is quite common that we would take an event like this period of gratefulness as a once in a year celebration. And for those of us who maybe, or some people here in the United States, and I've been reading it in the press, it has definitely not been a happy or a peaceful Thanksgiving for most families because of the political divide that has just, or political situations that just happened in the United States where people have basically divorced themselves from others because of those type of views. But then, how do we then look at this idea of gratitude, this idea of Thanksgiving, take it away from a indulge ourselves once again? How can we change it to be like a mindset that can actually drive our day-to-day activities? So a lot of experts actually believe that, gratitude, happiness, and thanksgiving is really a long, a lifelong mindset that can actually lead to a lot of overwhelming positive effects. Some of them might just be to reduce anxiety, to increase the sense of connection between ourselves, and really, it has a lot of health benefits. So I thought that we should just reflect on some of this and hopefully take something from it that we can use on our day-to-day journeys. The first thing I found were that some experts actually said that there are like 4 keys or 4 key things that we need to know about tapping into the power of Thanksgiving. The first and foremost really is that gratitude literally changes our body's biochemistry and makes us live healthier. Why? Because when you're experiencing gratitude, it actually rewires our brains and it helps with the communications of our neurological pathways, just from the biology part of it. And it's been linked to things like improved sleeps, relationship, health, and mood regulation. The reason is that, in our brains, when we feel gratitude, our brains release hormones that are associated with happiness and joy. And those are dopamine and serotonin. And these are really crucial neurotransmitters that help us the way that we respond to emotions. And when we release these hormones, they make us feel good. And the immediate effect really is that we are actually happy from inside out. The other thing is that
Dr. John?
Is it me? Oh,
Uh, can you guys hear me? Yeah,
He's frozen.
Internet kicked him out. Okay, he just froze. Let's you can just jump in and see whether he can come back. It looks like his internet kicked.
Okay.
wow, that was a good beginning. Who ever knew that gratitude, just being grateful, just showing appreciation, you know, can make you feel good, relaxed, and
Yes.
I mean, and these are things that we do or fail to do unconsciously, and we don't
back.
know that there's so much benefit.
I've
All
been
right.
told that my internet in my house needs to be changed after I thought I just upgraded it. So sorry about that. And so what I was sharing was that when we're happy, it actually reduces this cortisols or the stress hormones in in our system, and those are the ones that we know actually create uh, the negative emotions, and that's why that opening statement of gratitude reduces anxiety, it reduces depression, and it actually helps us manage stress and become more resilient. So that is one of the things why we don't have to just think of Thanksgiving as a one-time event and forget about it. It is really about how we change our perspectives. You can choose to actually develop that mindset of gratitude, or you can choose not to do it. And we talk about some ways we can build a bit of that. But if your perspective is that of half a glass empty, then you tend to be less optimistic. So If you are the person that sees it as a half glass full, then your gratitude tends to elevate your mindset. And when you start acknowledging and appreciating those little good things in life, then it just starts to build on top of each other. Something like just saying, it's a blessed day to be with you. It's a sunny morning today. It's a beautiful chance that all of us got up this morning. It is different from getting up and start thinking about all the problems that we're going to have to solve today. Because when we start by appreciating what we have, rather than thinking that we need to achieve a certain level of success before we can achieve gratitude, and then it changes our perspective in life. And the problem is that we as human beings, we always start off with what we call a deficit model, where we try to find what is wrong in life and then we put a lot of effort trying to fix it, rather than just stop and think. As they say in the good book, we don't take time to count our blessings. Because when we change our perspectives and we're able to count our blessings, then even those little obstacles that come our way, we will actually be able to overcome them a lot, much more easily. And this also is intertwined with like the third factor, which is when you have a mindset of gratitude, it actually ties up with a higher purpose. And you start to acknowledge connections and the good connections with others. And there's a phrase that I came across, which is called the three F's: friends, families, and your faith. Those start to become very crucial. They become very key connections, and they help us to live what I'll call a more fruitful and gratifying and satisfying life when we actually, I don't know how many of you actually enjoy when we have to come to this webinar, because coming to this webinar is not just a matter of showing up to learn something new, but just to see the beautiful faces that we have missed during the course of the week. And trust you me, that does actually elevate the level of dopamine in each and every one of us and make us happy. And so when you hear our beautiful queens and kings, they greet each other, you see these beautiful smiles, they become almost contagious. And because of that, we as as a group of people, we tend to be elevated to higher purposes beyond ourselves. We start to think about other people and relate with them more. And we even start to think of greater things that we can achieve, which really ties in with our mission here in ONPASSIVE, which is really to go out there and uplift humanity. And then, depending on what religion you practice, it also gives meaning to light, because it gives us a set of guiding principles where, by doing acts of kindness or by being out there and becoming lovelier, we actually become happier as well. Volunteering, just think about the one time that you had been out and you volunteered or you did some good act. The person that received that, the result of your action, got blessed, but you yourself, you also got happy for doing it. And one of the things that we struggle with is that we keep saying, is there anything like, how can I become grateful? Yes, gratitude is like a muscle. Just like any muscle, when you don't use it, you can lose it. But then, just as a muscle, also, we can actually build that muscle. And so it is not a one-shot thing that we go at Thanksgiving or at some happy event and we say, oh, let's go and celebrate, and then you pack it away and come. But something that we need to actually be active and build that muscle day in, day out. And I was looking through some literature, and there are actually things that we can do to build that gratitude muscle. One of them is, and people said it, I saw it in a number of references, and it says, identify a couple of good things that that have happened to you during the course of the day, and at least at the end of the day, preferably before you go to sleep. And the irony is that it would actually benefit you, and you could actually have a better sleep. Or you can see it and take it biblically. When you, at the end of the day, actually pause and have to say a prayer, and during that period, you don't only throw out requests, but you can express some level of gratitude, and you're counting your blessings. You know, the research has shown that it does actually help people sleep better at night, and we know what the benefits of sleep are. Additionally, some research was conducted where they showed there that as a muscle, you can build it, because, and the professor that did this research had like three groups of people. One group was asked specifically to be listing things that they would uh, consider as gratitudes on a daily basis. And then the second group was just asked to list things that, annoyed them, things that irritated them on an ongoing basis. And the third group was just asked to, just capture things that happen to you randomly. And the benefit of that research was that after 10 weeks, it was discovered that the group that actually focused on the negatives had people who were a lot more depressed, people who had more aches and pains and illnesses. But those that always had those positive thoughts, who had that mindset of gratitude and happiness, they were healthier, they were happier, they had more relationships with others. And one of the suggestions that they were making in there is that we should even consider on a daily basis to create like a gratitude journal for ourselves, either one that we write physically, or even have it set up for yourself, a gratitude jar. Again, it could be a virtual one or a physical one, where anything that you saw was a gratitude, you just throw it in there. And after a while, when you look back, you actually see, wow, this is these are the number of things that I should really be grateful for, rather than the number of things I can complain about. And one other thing is that we should not only do it outwards, there are times that we should actually give gratitude to ourselves, and maybe write ourselves a gratitude note, something I'd never done, and really be able to thank yourself. You're not trying to be, uh, uh, what's the right word here? Bashful, but you should be able to thank yourself, appreciate yourself for good things that you do. Because when we do these things together, what happens is it actually opens up more doors for more relationships. We can see the relationships that we've been able to foster across the globe on this panel, where we are grateful for each other. It improves our physical health. It improves our psychological health. It reduces stress, empathy, and aggression that we may feel towards ourselves and towards each other. As I've mentioned over and over, it helps us improve our sleep, and we know what better sleep does to human beings. It improves our self-esteem, and it even increases our mental stress, and mental strength, not mental stress. So I don't really know what your mindset coming into this webinar today was, but one thing I'm going to just leave as as a takeaway is that when everything else fails, make sure you tell yourself and your loved ones and those that come in contact with you, thank you. And with that, I'm just going to say to our queens, who are the hosts and the moderators here, and all of you who have taken your time to come and listen to the sound of my voice, Thank you. Be blessed. And let's continue building that mindset of gratitude.
Thank you, Brother John.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, that's all I can say. Thank you, Dr. John. Thank you, all the leaders in the Dream Team. Thank you for everyone that attends this webinar every Sunday. Thank you for you don't know what you mean to us. And I don't think that we have ever appreciated it until we have listened to Dr. John this afternoon. We celebrate Thanksgiving. I think we always think about just thanking God, but we should also thank even ourselves and our families and the people around us, the people we interact with. That is what I learned from this mindset talk this afternoon. Not just only thanking God and thanking people that have done something to you, somebody does something to you, say thank you, but always thank and appreciate everyone you come in contact with, everyone you interact with, family, friends, and even all of us here on this webinar. You don't know what just interacting this afternoon or every Sunday when we meet, how much it changes your life, how much it reduces the stress. I mean, there was so much science in this place. Look, did you guys write your notes? Don't worry if you didn't. This is being recorded. So we'll go back and listen because I can't say everything. In fact, I wrote my notes, but I was doing it on my computer and now I don't even know how to get back to it because I'm now on this screen of Zoom. But we're going to go back and listen to the recording. So, John, thank you very much. We don't even know how just appreciating someone or just saying thank you, how much that acts on us, even in the physical. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I'm not gonna try to look for my notes. We're gonna listen to this later, and then maybe we can discuss that next time. I enjoy it so much. I'm even forgetting how I'm supposed to be doing stuff, but I'm getting adjusted. All right, we have a full agenda for you today, and trust me, that what guest speaker this afternoon or evening or whatever time you have, it's gonna not be anyone that we need to introduce. But when I looked at this topic, I am just like, what is it coming out? What is coming out from this? Well, we already just listened to Dr. John. Please, if you forgot your notebook, go get it. The topic for this afternoon. Queen Sister Kanla, it is gonna be no one else but you. I haven't heard your voice for a long time. Saw the picture on this side. I'm like, oh, she looks so beautiful. We are getting ready for today. So over to you,
Thank
sis.
you so much, sis. Oh my goodness. Yes, Rahel. And you know who calls me best that way? My mother. So thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I am honored and it's a pleasure to be with the Dream Team webinar today. Oh my goodness. Happy Sunday, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. On the YouTube, here in the Zoom, you're welcome once more. And we are in for a treat. Are you ready? Sister Irene talked about having your notebook. So get your notebook and we are going to have a little bit of some exercise and questions to answer because I would love for everyone to participate. You will realize that you have something that maybe perhaps you didn't realize that you are aware, and something new that you didn't know, but then it becomes something that you learn as well today. So I want to say thank you to all the leadership of the Dream Team from our welcome team. Thank you so much, Sister Marie and King Alfred. We truly appreciate you, Dr. John. Our mindset, that was awesome. Oh my goodness. You just took the mindset of Thanksgiving to another level. I took some notes. Give myself some gratitude sometimes, and even have a journal for myself. I write down, sometimes I write things, but I don't recall writing a gratitude message to myself. I write it for others. So thank you for that. And reinforcing how much benefit it is when we are grateful for things that happen to us and for what we have, increases happiness, joy around us, and it radiates from us to other people. Thank you so much. Because when we are faced with challenges, very quickly that just disappears, and then we find ourselves coming back again and like, okay, what just happened? Then we come back. So thank you for that. Permit me share my screen right now as I go into my slide, and please let me know if you can see my slide. I am going to change to...
Yes, we can, sister.
Okay, let me change now to the view.
Just click on the TV at the bottom, Sister Kanla. The TV at the bottom. Go down to the bottom right.
Right.
The icon to the bottom right, next to the negative sign.
Just go forward. Let's see, TV.
Next to the minus sign, you see where the volume is, bottom right.
Okay, I think I opened something different. Give me a minute. I think it's blocking my way. All right, let me start all over. Please give me a minute. Let me reduce it. I can't see from my end. Setting. All right, I'm sharing my screen now. Please let me know. Presenter.
Switch the view.
Yep. Okay. Is that good now?
Good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Apologize for that technical issue. Please share your thoughts in a chat, or if in a chat, or if you are able to speak up, Sister P. If anyone raises their hands, let them tell us what is their understanding of what allyship means. It doesn't matter. There is no right or wrong answer. But I would love to hear your understanding of what allyship means to you in your life in ONPASSIVE.
Mr. Kanla, it's Yvonne. I think I learned that it's support of others in different arenas. It's a supporting of others through advocacy or whatever other mechanisms we have to support other people, especially people who are outside of our own
people groups or whatever you want, demographics. It's inclusion, by the way. That's what it aims for, inclusion.
Absolutely. Great. All right. I got the words inclusion. I got the word support.
Yes.
Yes. Who else? And Sister Yvonne or Dr. Benny, if there are anything in the chat, please feel free to read out so I can be able to hear since I'm not able to
Thank you.
see
Yes.
my chat.
I think for me, it's a sense of belonging.
Okay. Belonging. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Marie. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Mama Edith.
So I'm looking at the word and seeing ally. So I'm thinking that it's being an ally. So, being an ally to others, supporting others, because allies do support one another. They agree the same. They do things to uplift one another. So being an ally.
I guess another way too can be, team up for a common good.
All right, Brother Alfred,
Yeah,
thank you.
I wanted to talk about.
Let's try to do it orderly because Samari's hands up. Yeah, we don't talk on top of each other. I didn't know you make this interactive. That's good. Let all of us be
Yeah, I wanted to say that an ally is like a pack, a team, a team of a group of people working together. One may have a gift of something that the other, a strength that the others do not have. So you have an ally that you can always align with so that you both can uplift each other as a team. You go to X, X go to Z, and A goes to D as an ally to support the common cause.
Great answer. Thank you so much, Sister Marie. Yes. I noted down. Strength, work together, common good, and team. Thank you. All right, maybe one more or two, and then we move to the next slide.
Dr. Patience hand is up.
Thank you, Sister Yvonne.
Yes.
Not that I even know what that means. But when I see relationship, partnership, and when somebody say ally and say ship, hey, this is me. Just looking at the word and being naive. Ally, you've been an ally, you've been a partner, confident is a little bit stronger, right? Then the ship means working together, relationship where you to do something together. So the way I look at it in the naive way with the word affiliate on the other side is working together, having each other's back in my very naive elementary way without going into any Google, any dictionary. Working together, being somebody's island, being somebody's ship, being together, solid together, having each other back, rely on each other. That's what I would think. I'll stop there.
That was a great answer, Sister Dr. P. I heard relationship, I heard partner, and then working together. That is great. Oh, okay. Dr. Benny. Yes, sis. First lady of ONPASSIVE.
Happy everything, happy new month. And allyship is important in companies because it provides what? An invaluable and important roles in helping to push inclusion and equality in a workplace. It also gives voice to marginalized groups to help them fight against what? Oppression that they otherwise experience. A systemic change. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
I have a comment in the chat. If you have time.
Go ahead with the comments and then we move ahead, please.
This is from Queen Jacqueline One, and she says, continuous vine and its accountability to each other. Those are her comments.
Wonderful. So I heard accountability from Queen Sister Jacqueline, and I heard from Queen Dr. Benny, company roles that pushes diversity, inclusion, equity. And I heard marginalized groups, and it's a transformation process. Oh my God. Let me use the words
Mama,
of
McCormick's hand was off.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
I apologize, Kanla, but sorry, I put my hand up late. Let me first of all say this is the best, one of your best presentations when you start by engaging each and everyone who is in the webinar. So it is not just like you're talking, everyone is falling asleep. I love the inclusion aspect of it because this is where we are. It is not for one person, not just the person who is sharing, but for everyone who is in the webinar to be inclusive. I want to appreciate you doing that, but not to minimize the topic. Yes.
Sorry.
It is also good because inclusiveness is not just in the workplace, it's in our communities, and most importantly, our individual families. Because if you are fragmented within the family, then you cannot go out to the community or workplace. Thank you, and back to you.
Wonderful. I mean, I was just waiting for it's like you just close it. I heard community participation, everyone, and even the family unit, because it has to begin from there before it goes to the community.
Linka, do you want to take one more? I see Brother Pius' hand is up.
Oh, okay, sure. Please, Brother Pius, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Brother Pius.
Is my video coming on?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm very sorry I was late. I have a little meeting. Somebody passed on my side yesterday, so all is well. There's a day to born, there's a day to die. I'm very excited to be with you guys. Kanla, I greet you. Dr. P, Dr. Benny, all you guys, I greet you guys. I'm too excited. This is December, and each and every one of us know what we are waiting for. My advice to each and every one of us to have patience. Dr. Patient is a patient woman. We have to follow patient to be patient. You know what I mean? So all is well. I'm so excited. 2025 is going to be fantastic. Apple year. It's going to be an apple year. A lot of apple, green apple, red apple, yellow apple, any type of apple, the way you walk, the way you live. So I'm so excited to be here. I'm sorry. I'm going out very soon because I still have another emergency meeting. So thank you guys. God bless.
Did you have anything to contribute to the topic we are discussing about?
Not much because I just joined a few minutes ago. The topic have already been there. I cannot wind your clock back to get all the topic, but what I knew, you guys are doing a great thing, and I believe that you guys have to reap whatever you guys saw with ONPASSIVE. So I'm sorry I cannot go to the topic because I didn't join from the beginning of the topic.
Thank you, Brother Pius, and accept our condolences for your loss. We are deeply sorry, and we will put you and your family in prayers. So thank you
so much.
Thank you for joining in, and even your comment about each of us will reap our apples. The different shades of apple. Even in that story, I heard a word. Different shades of apple or different types of apple. So I will write down the word types. And that is another word that we are going to see as we move on with our conversation. So thank you everyone for the wonderful participation. I think we covered all the main words that I was looking for to begin this presentation, except for one. And that one, I can tell you now, that is leaders. Leaders, leadership. We also need leaders. We can now proceed from there. So, okay. As you can see from our slide, I am not going to go into details reading it, but every word that we have just shared is 100% part of the definition of what allyship means. If we just look at the top, the Oxford Dictionary, we can find some of those words. It is a state, which means a condition or the state of being, of having an ally in all the different senses we've made mention, whether it's a job, whether it's a community, whether it's at home, and a condition as well where you see the word support, whether it's right of minority or marginalized groups. And then another word which will come in that we are going to hear frequently is that you do not necessarily have to be a member of that group to be able to advocate for them as an ally. But there is also the opportunity where you can be a member of that group and you also stand up and advocate for that group. And so it leads us to the next two themes I want you to reflect on. Who is a better ally and who is a bad or poor ally? And what does that mean? Self-reflection. And for you to be either a better ally or a poor ally, you do not, again, necessarily need to belong to that marginalized community or that people of minority to be able to advance real change. But you can be a member as well. And so a good or a better ally will be someone that is active, supporting, promoting real change in people's life that has significant impact. A bad or poor ally will be someone with privileges or with better opportunities who will help somebody or a community or a family, but then you do it in a way that is harmful. And at the same time, you fail to address the root of what you were trying to help, or you even put in place actions that are going to be very helpful in addressing the situation. Does that resonate with us? I can believe that we all have scenarios where, yes, you're thinking, oh my goodness, yes, I once experienced this at my job, at work, and even in our ONPASSIVE business. Yes. So then, keep that thought in mind. Let's move forward to the next icebreaker. I would like you to do this. We want to do like 3 or 4, 5, just respond to the answer of the different names that we as affiliate had throughout the journey of our ONPASSIVE. I know we started in O Founder, and everybody was at different points in which we joined the company. But please, can you note down or give us what were the different names we had from the beginning right up to where we now are using affiliates? And anyone who finishes, please just let us know, and then we can move forward, and we are going to use that. Sister Yvonne, if it's entered in the chat, do let me know. Oh, Brother Allen, please. I see your hand raised.
We started with Go Founder, actually, not O Founder. We started with Go Founder to start off. Then became O Founder. I'm thinking the others we've had.
Okay. Does anyone second that, or if any stage or any level is missing, let us know. I just need a confirmation if Brother Alem is correct, or if there's any step missing.
I can share with you what Queen Jacqueline has written in the chat. She says on founders, on passive variant, brand ambassadors, and now affiliates.
Founders is all founders. Okay, it's the same. Okay. Anyone before I move forward? There is no right or wrong answer. Let's look at it from the perspective of our participation, because this is how we are going to know if you, me, us, we have been truly allies of our business. If you're able to tell your story, your ally story, then yes. Okay. I had, yep, go founder, O founder. In progress. Sorry, was someone trying to speak?
No.
No, proceed, please.
Okay. All right. Go founder, O founder, Brown ambassador, and then affiliates. Thank you so much, Brother Allen, and thank you so much to our sister as well. So that is right. Each of the names carry a story, and it is an affiliate story, which is what we are currently using right now. Each of those names says something about you being active, you being consistent, and it is still an ongoing process of learning, re-evaluating our business each day, every time we get onto the different platforms that we participate in. And you do not need to understand what it feels like, sometimes even to be a part of some of those stages or levels that you miss. But then the opportunity is you learn and you move forward. And that is how you continue to build your allyship. We know ourselves, our family, around us, everyone, or many of us that will tell that story. Oh, I was at Go Founder. Oh, I was at O Founder. Oh, I was brand ambassador. Oh, I was affiliate. And the last now, or oh, I was a user. Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. Now, this leads us to understand in a deeper way the different types of allyship that we have. And I will ask that as we go through them, you can read through and try to do a self-reflection. As the question above says, which one are you? And please, you can note it down. It's okay to have to be more than one. Because we are human beings. We can be more than one. And depending on the cause or the advocacy that we are on, you can be more than one. So, a research was done, and according to Professor Karen Ketlin, in her book called Better Allies, she outlined this beautiful process with 7 different roles that we all can play as an ally. We have a number 1, confidant, where you as in that role, you create a safe space for people to express themselves. It's in an academic environment, then you can talk of like students, peers, those who go through bullying, harassment, all of that. And then an amplifier will be, oh, the joyful ally who will stand up and wait and advocate for the voices of the people to be heard and respected. Encouraging and giving them the credit when they voice out what their contribution is, and even expose them to speak verbally in meetings or sometimes in writing. Like I know sometimes in businesses now we are dealing with an AI company where, hey, we at some point in time, we are going to be amplifiers because our voices will need to be heard and respected. And if we with the AI IT company that we have ONPASSIVE, we are going to be in the social media space a lot more than we may even imagine. And we are going to conduct meetings, or we are going to do some write-ups, or do newsletters, do publications, write our own stories, write books. And anyone whom we see who is trying to also express their voice, we will give them, we will extend that grace to them for theirs to be heard and respected. And then we have an advocate ally. This is someone who is in a position of power and influence or affluence that will allow others the awareness of any other underrepresented persons or community and bring them closer, bring them in where normally they would feel that they do not belong. The next is champion, ally. This is someone who stands as a champion for people, for causes, for events, for activities in public. I'm sure we all see champions every day. We all have our own personal champions in our life that we look up to, we model to, that are out there advocating for some of the causes that we cherish close to our hearts, whether it's hunger, whether it's food, whether it's the environment, or whether it's education, whichever one it is, water project. We know a lot of them out there. Then you have an ally that is a scholar. This is the person who seeks to learn as much as possible about the challenges and the prejudice faced by people from the marginalized groups or community. And their goal or their mission is they seek to learn as much as possible about their worldwide groups or organization. And in the case of ONPASSIVE, it's ONPASSIVE Global, which is what our CEO, Mr. Ash, has been trying to do. Recall all the different offices that we have in Egypt, in Dubai, in
Abu Dhabi,
Hyderabad, all of those places. And then we have the sponsor ally, and this will be someone who recognizes the skills, the knowledge, the potential of individuals from marginalized communities, and then credit them for those skills, which means raise them up, boost their credibility, and let them have the reputation. Let them shine. You lift them up. And we realize that, like I said, we may not be particularly good with some, but we have others that we are good with. So at this time, if I can have some responses of those that from this have been able to identify what type of ally they are, I would like to hear some responses from you.
All right, sisters. The chat, and she says that she's an advocate and upstander.
That is great. Thank you so much, sis.
And for myself, I'm 3, confident, and amplifier and champion. I'm all behind the scenes. That's me.
Ooh, there you go.
likely, and also possibly a scholar. So those two.
Wonderful. I mean, that is great. That is absolutely wonderful. The fact that you are more than one is great. It is already a good potential for all of us. And so I just want to let you know that these are the 7 options that, oh, Dr. Benny, yeah. I see your hand just came on. You have something to say?
That's right. I believe
All right.
Confidence, upstander, advocate, I am everything. That's all I can tell you.
First Lady of ONPASSIVE. You know what? That speaks to your title. All 7, First Lady of ONPASSIVE. So yes, thank you, Queen. It is possible to be all of that.
Oh,
but
I'm
not
sorry.
just at the same time, or not at the same event or the same activity, but as a continuous journey. Yes, Dr. Pat, I see your hand.
I think for me, it depends on the situation. You just said it. I was just going to say that it depends on the situation. I can see myself champion to advocate for somebody else. I can see myself being a sponsor, trying to recognize different people's skills. I can see myself being a scholar. And so it depends on what situation I advocate or I become an ally, depending on where it's speak for others. Yeah. So multiple depending on the situation that I find myself.
And that was the secret to it. That was the curiosity behind the different types. It is the situation, the circumstance, the activity, the event that determine which of the types, which of the hats you are going to put on. And so I just want to let you know that these are not even conclusive. In some other researches that I found, I realized that there are some additional ones, but I would just like to mention the following three. Performative ally. And this will be someone who will only support a marginalized group or people of minority when it is convenient for them. And this may be harmful to the group or to the person. And then we have intersectional ally, where this is someone who understands that there are multiple aspects of identity that impacts an individual's life and experiences, and then support these people to face the multiple kinds of unfair treatment that they get. Of course, this intersectional is more specific, going towards courses where it has to do with racism, discrimination, LGBT community, civil rights. And then we have an effective ally. Effective ally is the one who will be quick to take action and initiative to lead the change. You don't wait for somebody. Once you see it, you're there, you take the lead. So you walk and you talk, or like the saying goes, you walk the talk or you walk your talk. I hope I got that right. If not, please correct me.
You did, sister. That's exactly what it is. You walk the talk.
Correct. That leads us now with the background of the different types of allyship that we know. Now, let us find out what are some of the behaviors that if you can see in someone or in your colleague, in your brother, in your sister, within the family, within the community, or even within us, ourselves in ONPASSIVE, that should tell you something. Are you able to read who is an ally through behaviors? So we have just three stages so far that have been identified. And these three are apathetic, which means if you see someone who is apathetic, it means they have no understanding of the issues and they are not interested in learning anything about it. Their behavior will demonstrate where they are in their allyship relationship. Then we move to active, and that is the best and the absolute correct place that all of us will strive to be active. You want to be active, you want to participate, you want to contribute. And while you are observing or learning these behaviors, the key things that you focus on to be able to see, to know, to understand will be action. Are they part of the action that is taking place, action around the activities, the events, or the courses? Do they listen? Are they open to learning? And when after action, listening, learning, are they open to yielding? So this will help you to be able to appreciate and able to see the behaviors of someone who is an ally, and you can determine what type of ally they are. good, bad, better, or poor. So here I will want us to go back again to where we talked about our affiliate name story, because this slide is going back to that, some aspect of it, the allyship journey. You can see the allyship journey, it has 7 steps or 7 levels: awareness, education, self-examination, empathy and understanding, building relationships, action, and advocacy. Now, do you see any of this? At what level or what stage of this allyship journey does your affiliate name fall into? Where are you? If you started as a Go founder and you are still as a Go founder, where are you in this allyship journey?
Not on the,
in your relationship?
not on the chart.
Yes, brother Alan, I didn't hear you
It's
clearly.
not on the chart if you still have as a Go founder.
That is a very good answer. You are not on the chart. If you are still Go founder, if you are still O founder and you did not migrate, you are not on the chart. And then for those who migrated from O founder, brand ambassador, and affiliates, guess what? We have moved not only from awareness, but we have educated ourselves and educated many other founding members, brand ambassadors, other affiliates. We have even moved to self-examination. We have shared empathy and understanding. Yes, we understand each other, and that is why we have built this beautiful ONPASSIVE family that we meet in different platforms. We have built long-standing and sustainable relationships that before ONPASSIVE, none of us would have even dreamt that it was going to happen. And we are still practicing and participating in ongoing actions as required or as needed. When our CEO comes and tells us, okay, this is the stage or the step in which we are, we know we are at the stage where we are currently preparing for the next phase after the migration. That is our action currently. Are you ready as an affiliate? Are you ready as an ally in your journey? First, and then you look at the common good of ONPASSIVE as a company and our CEO, because he is already there. He is already on 7. A long time ago. How many of us? I know, and I want to appreciate and thank those that are already on 7, advocacy, and that is where leadership comes in. All leaders, or everyone in position of leadership, at that level, we are entrusted with advocacy. But that does not mean if you are not a leader, you cannot also do advocacy. But like our CEO, Mr. Ash, tells us, in our 2 main focus areas, the ONPASSIVE 2 main focus areas. The ONPASSIVE CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, and the company, to us, the affiliates. And the second is us, the affiliates, and the company or our business reciprocating to the CEO. So my question, my first interactive question now to you all on YouTube and Zoom. And please, for those who are on YouTube, if they have questions, Dr. P, if there are questions on YouTube, if they can still be read out aloud for me to be able to answer them, I will appreciate it. So the question is our CEO, Mr. Ash, and the company a good ally or a bad ally in this our relationship? Please let me hear your responses and maybe give some support or your understanding based of what we've talked before now, the type, the behavior, and the journey.
Okay, can I just go ahead and read the responses on the chat, please?
Yes.
So again, Queen Jacqueline is very active here. She's saying he's a good ally. And then Carmela is saying he's the best ally.
Okay.
So there you go. So those are two answers already. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Queens. I appreciate
Jacqueline and Queen
participation.
Carmela. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, is that all? I thought this one would be the one where almost everybody is going to raise their hand or type something, and I mean, all of us should be excited. I mean, like a unanimous yes.
Those two answers were like for everyone, I think. Well, for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, before that, we had already determined that he's at number 7. So of course he's a good ally. He's covered them all. Education, everything. He's there. He's just done it all. We could just put a check mark beside everything that you've said there. I guess you might want examples, but even just the way he comes and updates us, he's keeping in touch, those kinds of things. So Rosanna, Queen Rosanna Badula, she says he's a most gracious ally. So we have some adjectives to go with that. Obviously, these are all positive.
Yes, and thank you. I am so excited and happy to see that everyone has the same mindset. Everyone sees through the same lens or similar lens that yes, he is. He is. And what he is what he portrays. What he is what he wants for us, the affiliate, is the outcome that he wants and he is looking to achieve with us. I mean, the image, you see, the image on the slide says a lot more, as you can all see. The holding of hands, the difficult times where you have to pull the ropes, the steep hill where you have to climb. That was just a representation, a visual representation of us acknowledging that we are aware of what the company has been going
So, you know, Queen Kanla,
challenges, the difficulties. Our CEO.
Queen Kanla,
Yes.
He's, you know, the 3 that you had: performative, intersectional, and effective. So he's the effective ally, is he not?
Yes, he is. He is an effective ally too. Very. Yes. Yes. And so, yes, that is what he wants us to achieve because he himself embodies that. As for us, the affiliates, when we do some self-reflection, what can you tell yourself? Have you been the same? Where are you? Have you been good?
Some have been good and have not been
bad. Have you been? Okay, and how does that relates or correlates. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And so this slide goes to show the importance and some benefits of what allyship brings to us, whether as a company, whether as a family, or whether as a community.
I think for me, they all would be good.
I did not hear you
For
clearly,
me, they all
Brother
would be
Allen.
good, good on the good side, good ally.
Yes.
Importance of benefits. These are all great benefits.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you. That is the goal. That is the goal to be. Yes. Okay. Some of the importance and the benefit that allyship brings. We will see that it brings innovation, productivity, profitability, customer satisfaction. And these are achievable thanks to the relationship, the bonding, the diversity, inclusion, and equity that exist in a business environment, in a work environment, within our families, within the community. A family community, business environment, academic environment that promotes allyship will see an increase in innovation, productivity, profitability, and customer satisfaction. Because when you have a diverse, inclusive, and equitable workplace, I mean, you just see it. You are able to spot situations, you create a more inclusive culture with your actions. Because, I mean, when you are around someone every day, you get to know them better, right? You get to understand them better. You get to learn from them better. It increases that opportunity and that chances of being a good ally with them, despite that you come from different backgrounds, or you may speak different languages, or you may eat different types of food, or you may have different childhood experiences. And even one of the words that Dr. John used for the mindset, you will realize that the mindset around the workplace environment is different. It can determine whether that mindset, the mental mindset, the joy, the spirit, will be a hostile one or it will be a joyful one. And of course, we all know when it is happy, joyful, then we reap the benefits and we can see it. But when it is not, we know that it turns out not to be a very good place. This equally helps to bring down some barriers, internal and external, that will limit the ability of people to belong. Now, this is a reflection, or going back to that, sometimes you may advocate, you stand as an ally to a cause, as an outsider. You don't belong to that community, you don't belong to that cause, but yes, you do. And so it is important. You participate, you contribute your skills, your talent, the opportunities. And by so doing, you help them achieve that change or the goal or the whatever that the course was about. It also reduces implicit bias. I mean, as human beings, we have bias that sometimes we are unaware of it. And so this will address the fact that you would be able to understand and address that unconscious bias that is in you. And that in its to create a more welcoming environment for everyone. All our allies benefit from it. Everyone benefits from it. I mean, this is a very good example of if we go back to our families and our cultures all around the globe. Indians, a family that is Indian, they will speak Indian or Hindu. But when they get out of their native land or they travel to a new land, what happens? Now they have to learn a new language. Same thing with us Africans who migrate from Africa and come here. Yes, we have a mother tongue, but then there is a language, which is English, and we have to be able to use that language more. It is true for every other person who may have a second or third language, but then you have to be able to utilize that language that will create a more welcoming environment when you are around your allies. When you do that, it is more beneficial for everyone. When you fail to do that, of course, it's like you leave some people out, you do them harm rather than helping them out. And then equality, of course. When you talk of diversity, inclusion, equity, it goes with equality. And allyship. Allyship is all about equality. We had talked of teamwork, bonding, relationship, at workplace. What do? Can you get equality all by yourself? One man standing? Compared to when you try to fight for equality as a group, as a team. Answer is yes, you can, as one man. But would it be better when you advocate for equality as a team, as a group, as a community? As ONPASSIVE with one mission and one vision? Yes, Brother Allen, you were trying to respond.
It's much better if you've got a support around you, people around you, but if one person can make a difference. But if you've got a team behind you, it makes a bigger difference.
Makes a bigger difference. And that is true. That is correct. And that is why it is so beneficial when we do it a lot more as a team together. Then we build communities of allies. And in our ONPASSIVE, we all know about OBLESS. We have seen it, and the image next to it, we can recall that was when our CEO, Mr. Ash, through OBLESS, used it to uplift humanity. We ourselves, we have done it in our different platforms. Where something happens to a fellow ONPASSIVian, and we come together because of this community that we have built as allies. We have bonds, we have relationships, and we can be able to do it compared to if it were just one person. Then that leads us to the next slide, which talks about our CEO. I just wanted to express some gratitude and acknowledgement for a special human being, Mr. Ash Mufareh. what he has done with this giant unicorn of a company called ONPASSIVE. The journey he has been on and the allyship that he has modeled and showed us all. And the only word that could come to mind, I recall, was when he keeps on telling us, I am your friend. Do we remember that? He will tell us, I am your friend. When he says it, he has proven to mean what he says. He has proven to be committed to what he's saying. He is our friend, and we are friends because he is our friend. He invited us into this business. So his support for everyone, every ONPASSIVian, which if you look at it in the one of the definitions of an ally, the underrepresented groups globally. Isn't that the mission of ONPASSIVE? To uplift the rest of humanity. That the rest of the corporate world, that the rest of the billionaires, it's not about uplifting. It's about how much more profit I can make. It doesn't matter to me how that money is made, but he comes in with the support, with the allyship, with the friendship, and he is there with us every step of the journey, supporting us, uplifting everyone around the globe. And he tells us, I am your friend. We are all in it to win it. As long as we are in it, we will win it. And so reflect, think to yourself, his model and us, what we are doing as a business owner, as affiliate, from whichever stage or whichever level of allyship that you joined the business. What has been your contribution? What has been your participation? Who have you actually been? In the face of challenges and difficulties, what recourse did you take? Did you consistently maintain to be a better ally? Or did you change your heart? And of course, we know that some allies fell off the road, which happens in every business, even in every family. And thank you, Brother Allen, for that answer. Those that are falling out of the journey, they are no longer in it. And so we don't expect them to win. But if you are still in and you are not sure what you should be doing, ask yourself this question. Have you been a good or better ally or not? And maybe a very good example of the family unit will help reinforce or will help give you another perspective of visualizing how much our CEO, Mr. Ash, is doing and continue to do. In a family, we have parents, brothers, sisters, relatives, cousins. Yes. A family is also a small unit of allyship. And in every family, it begins with the parents. And then comes the children, comes the grandchildren, and the great-grandchildren, the great-great-grandchildren. And then the family grows. That is ONPASSIVE. It started at some point. with Mr. Ash and the founding members, the Go members, and then we moved to all founders. Then we moved to the next level. And then it brings us to where we are as affiliates. Good. Within that family unit, some family members will not be good allies, which means we have camps as well within the family. You have those that you relate better, and you have those that you do not relate better. You have some family members that, will just give up and say, okay, I am no longer in this family. I want out. Those are the ones that have decided that this is not for me. I am out. Then those that are still there that we disagree with, but yes, they are still family. We still meet and we talk and we try to help them. We try to lift them up whenever we can. Those are the affiliates that are there. They are aware, but they are not yet active. And we need to go back and get them, pick them by the hand, hold them where we can, and we help them so they become active. Because we will not leave a family behind or a family member behind. Even in disagreement, we disagree, but then we can always find common grounds. We don't have to agree on everything. Those reaching out, extending that friendship to you. You are in it to win it. I am your friend. Will you take my hand? Come, let us continue this journey together. Will you take his hand? Or if you are not able to take his hand, will you take the hand of the other leaders who are helping lead all of us through this journey so you are not left behind? We do that in our family. And then for those in the family that we agree and everything is so smooth, by the time you say this, they get it all, and you're off you go. Joy, joy, celebration. You don't have anything to worry. Yes, those are the affiliates that are in good, active, and they are going consistent, always there, and they're following up, and they don't even wait, they take action. But we all are members of this one family called ONPASSIVE. And our leader is Mr. Ash Mufareh, leading us, showing us the model. So it is up to us, reflect, have that mindset. Where are you? What have you done? What do you need to do moving forward? And how can you become a better ally? Rather than, yes, the challenges, the difficulties are there, we all see. And instead of seeking help or reaching out, you stay behind, then you're not going to win. You will not be there. And our CEO tells us, if you quit, you don't win. As long as you don't quit, you get to win. So that brings us to the conclusion of this conversation, which is my goals were to be able to bring this mindset for those of us who may not be aware or informed about what allyship truly is. For those of us who know, I hope this helps you deepen your understanding and appreciation or application of allyship. And for those who were still, or those who need to know, this is an opportunity for you to learn something. So with that, I have come to the end of my presentation today. I hope we learned something. And this is not even the entire topic. It cannot be discussed in one presentation, but this is like an overview of the topic allyship. And so I want to tell you, stay tuned for part 2. where we will dive deep into more specifics, and come ready after self-reflection, and we will have so many fun things that we can discuss and talk, ask questions as it relates to our CEO, Mr. Ash, and us, the affiliates, in this our beautiful relationship of allyship. So thank you so much. That is the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Queen Kanla.
Over to you,
Queen Kanla. Oh my God. That was a great analogy of this allyship in relationship to ONPASSIVE and the affiliates and the CEO and the company. I don't know. The whole thing together.
Awesome.
You know what? I think I'm a little slow because I'm not very good at this. I'm just a nurse that takes care of sick people. But this was a lot. I'm still trying to think it over and understand it. But I'm sure there are people that probably understood this like quickly, immediately, and probably will have questions for Queen Kanla. I'm sure there will be questions. So I'm not going to talk too much because I have to listen to this over and over again. I am one of those that don't pick stuff like that quickly. But that was such a good analogy. I would never have sat down and thought about it and analyzed it the way you have. Wow.
Thank you, Queen Irene. I can see Brother Allen's hands up. Maybe he has a question. Just give it. Let me listen to what he has to say.
Yes.
Just a comment. We aren't regarded as founders any longer. We know founders, we aren't anymore. We're now affiliates or users. We're not founders anymore. Just a comment like to make. We moved on from our founders to the OES, where we become affiliates or users, because everybody in there is equal. Everybody is regarded as the same. So yes.
Explanation in the past, or as we have been doing, yes, we are all users, but not all users are affiliates yet.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but all founders, some aren't users aren't affiliates yet either. They haven't.
Yes.
Well, they're founders. They haven't actually signed the NDA to become an affiliate.
That
they're still, so they're users.
is correct, because they have not migrated. Yes, that is correct.
They have migrated, but they actually haven't signed the affiliate. But even if they haven't migrated, they're still, our founders still they are migrated.
Yes.
Once they migrate, they become users.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, that is correct.
So
Thank you, Brother
I'm sorry.
Allen.
So may I just ask? So what you're saying, brother, is that they are not on the path, the journey correctly? Isn't that what you're intimating, right?
Yes.
They're missing a step in the journey. Is that
Yes,
correct?
they haven't migrated, so therefore they aren't.
Okay. All right.
In the
I got
current
it.
system. They aren't part of the current system at the moment. They aren't in the OES. So they're going to migrate to become part of the
I get your point. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Queen Kanla, there's a lovely appreciation from you from Queen Jacqueline. She says, Queen Kanla, thanks for this amazing presentation, pointing out what an allyship is all about. This presentation will help us to reevaluate ourselves, and she appreciates you. Lovely.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Jacqueline. I appreciate it.
And then Dr. Benny says, astonishing presentation, Queen Kanla. Rahel, lots of love.
Yeah.
And then,
thank you, Queen Benny. Lots of love too.
And then Queen Edith has her hand up.
Sure.
I'll let you go ahead and.
Please. Mama Edith.
Thank you very much, Queen Ngeh. In my language will say Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, for
A
this
different
amazing
flavor.
presentation and
Yes.
analogy. But
Yeah.
I'm bothered in my mind, how do we categorize the ones that, yes, have migrated under push, but they are not on the journey? Everyone does things because there's a situation that you, who is in the journey, you have to say, no, have you done this? Have you done this? Yes, you do that, and then forget about it. Where do we put these people who keep pulling us this way and that way? I'm trying to think. I don't know if you understand me.
I do, and thank you for that question. Yes, there is no straightforward category that we can place them, because we have many people who may have, like Brother Allen was saying, some who just are still there in Go Founder, some who are still there in O Founder. But then we have those, to your question, have passed through the first two stages and they were brand ambassador, but they have just not moved on to the OES. They have not become affiliates. So in that case, you will realize that looking at the journey, they are aware, the awareness is there. They have had the education, because for you to get up to migrate and you are in the OES or you were brown ambassador, you learned something. So they have gone that level. So we cannot place them in between 1 and 2. Self-examination, is that where they are? Perhaps I would say self-examination, because then that is where you're doing the introspection. Introspective. You're looking, okay, where am I? Who am I in my journey? What do I need to do next? If you don't do the self-reflection, and if you don't pass a self-reflection, then it will be difficult for you to even see and understand someone who is trying to empathize with you, or even understand that, oh, I need to help you. I need to lift you up from where you are. And then for others, for someone who has passed already in OES, they are in OES, they are right there, but they have just not become affiliates, because we know we have many. We have many that have not become affiliates, right? So for someone who has not become an affiliate, if you look at the journey, you see that, yes, they've passed self-examination. There is that, because they need to take action to meet up with the rest of the affiliates where they are. I hope I answered your question. So yes, just look at it in that way. You can fall in between the different levels based on what you are doing or what you have not done. Did I answer your question, Mama Ede?
Yes. Yes, thank
All right. You know, yeah, I'm sure that the people that have questions, let's do the, yeah, I'm sure that the people that have questions, let's do this in an orderly manner more. So we'll have the team that handles the question and discussion to take control in this place. So
all right, let me stop sharing.
Yeah, but we might have to start referring to these slides every now and then. But I know you can
Yes.
do that. You know what? I really like this page. I like this. This diagram is so visual, looking at it and then trying to imagine
Right.
where who is in the journey. But yeah, let's let the question and discussion team take over. I can see that there's calm and quiet in the house because people are trying to
Yeah,
think.
okay.
Hi, welcome. Yeah, I can see it was an interesting topic, Sister Kanla. Thank you. But before we go to Q&D, we are moderating with my sisters today, Sister Irene and Sister Debbie. And in the update team, Dr. Derek and Co, do you have anything to excite us? I know our CEO hasn't come out, but you might just have something you want to share with us. Then we'll hand it over to Q&D. Dr. Derek and Co update team, anything for us today? Maybe you just want to give us some motivation again. Maybe there's something that popped up that you found somewhere.
Dr. D.
Dr. D, if you're talking to us, you're muted.
Do I even see him?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
I know, Queen Kanla, you're wearing multiple hats. You can just start by introducing yourself again.
Okay. Sure, yes. Kanla Rahel from the First State, member of the updates team with Dr. Derek, Sister Marie, and Brother Alfred. And I know sometimes Sister Yvonne also chimes in. Yes, and of course, we do this thanks to Dr. Derek with everything he puts together and helps us have the best updates. So thank you, and I'll pass it back to Dr. Derek if you are there for anything to add or to reinforce for us today.
And now we'll see us.
Peace, blessings. Peace,
Yes,
blessings.
Dr. D.
Okay. Peace, blessings, and enough love to you. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome. Queen Kanla, really appreciate, really appreciate. And of course, Dr. John with the mindset, really appreciate, really appreciate. Those were awesome. But as you know, there has been no updates for a little while now. We are still waiting. But if you remember, if we go back a couple, well, not a couple, about a month when we just got back the ecosystem, the OES, when we just got it back, there were three different options. And remember, one of the options was that he would bring on the OES, that you can see that things are coming back instead of nothing. But he did say it will take approximately 3 months. But he will either do 3 months with everything offline, or he would do about 3 months with putting the system that you can log in and you can see that things are still there and still in place. And then, it will take approximately 3 months in order to get things nice and dandy once again. So therefore, we will be talking about either the end of December, the beginning of January, or thereabout. All right. So please let us be patient. Let us be patient. Let us be patient. Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing what he's doing. A lot of work. So just please let us All right, so things are turning in the background. And of course, as I said, you can see that the OES is, remember, we have 10 years, right? Remember, we have 10 years of the naming of that train station. All right, so we are not going anywhere. We purchased, we did not rent. We purchased, we did not lease. We purchased 2 floors on the Burj Khalifa, right? So we are not going anywhere, right? Remember again, it's 20% business and 80% heart. 20% business and 80% heart. So we are not going anywhere. So just be patient, just be patient, just be patient. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. And that is it for the updates. And back to you, Queen Kanla Rahel Neng.
Thank you, Dr. D. I know you're on the road. Even though you're on the road, you're still, you see, that's the heart of ONPASSIVE. The allyship of what? What advocacy? Let it sound that. Thank you. So I'm going to call on the update team to introduce yourself and Q&D. Sorry, see, I'm messing up already. Question and discussion team. Queen, we'll start with Queen Yvonne. Queen, can you introduce
Yes,
yourself?
thank
please?
you, Dr. Patience. My name is Yvonne Finn, and I'm in the cold country of Canada. It's 0 degrees centigrade here right now. Everybody's jealous. And I look after the chat. So, and actually, Dr. Patience, there's a question here, but I need your input. I think this is a question we might want to ask after we've closed the YouTube. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So, can you see
Let
the
me
chat?
check it. Thank you. Or is it who's it from?
It's from Queen Rosanna Badula.
Okay.
It's almost at the very bottom of the chat. I answered it, but I want to make sure that it's been dealt with properly.
Okay, I think we can do that. So close the YouTube. We'll do that. So close the YouTube.
Okay, all right. I figured. Thank you very much. All right, so that's it. Yeah, thank you.
And we want to give a shout out to Queen Rose on YouTube. She monitors the YouTube. She's on. And as we've said, if you have any question in the YouTube, put it there, and Queen Yvonne will make sure it reaches to us, and we will endeavor to answer it. Also, Dr. Benny is part of the Q&D. Dr. Benny just popped in out with her and is coming back with her cell phone. So that's our team. Sister Aisha and then Sister Julie Pierre, that's the Q&D team. Sister Kanla wears multiple hats, and today I think she's wearing so many hats that I'm going to step in today and work with Sister Yvonne to coordinate the Q&D session. So if you have any question, please put it in the chat. Raise your hand. We'll find a way to get to you and answer your question. So this is our Q&D time. This is our time to share. You don't have to have a question. You can raise your hand and just share, encourage. And if not, we'll go home early today. So let me know. And since Sister Kanla was the presenter today, we're going to give her the grace to answer question that comes to her. So Sister Yvonne and myself will handle this question discussion section. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let us know. Sister Yvonne, any other question?
No, that's the only one I'm staring at the moment. Yes.
All right. Please, this is the time for us to raise our hands. If not, then we can close the YouTube so we can answer this question that we think we would like to answer out of YouTube.
I have a quick question.
Check whether there's anything.
I have a quick question for Queen Kanla. This is going back to some of the things we were talking about that falls under the purview of allyship. So what about unions or affirmative actions? Do you know about those both? Do they play any role in in allyship?
Yes.
Yes. She had a seatbelt on.
I think she's right.
B, are you in as iPhone?
I think she's right.
B, are you in as iPhone? Let me make sure I'm unmute the right person.
She's answering, but we can barely hear her. See her mouth goes yes.
Okay. Can you see her?
I do.
Sister I, can you see if you found? Okay, see her. Okay.
Hello.
Go ahead, Dr. B.
Oh, good. Peace. Sunday. Happy New Month. My name is D. Benny. Sorry.
Okay, Dr. B. Okay, Dr. B. Your network is not the best. Thanks for.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming in. It's okay. And I know you're in. I know you're supporting us. So let's just keep everything going. Thank you, Dr. Benny. So Dr. Benny is one of our leader here on the dream team, one of our men. So, and we're going to, if you have any question, this is the time to put your question on. Sister Yvonne, you wanted to read the question. Can you go? Sister Yvonne, is it? I thought you had a question. Go ahead.
You're muted.
Yeah, no, I already spoke with Queen Kanla and she did answer the questions that I had. So thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
And if I may add, Yvonne. Oh, sorry, Sister P. Go ahead.
Go ahead and add, please.
Yes, I just wanted to add, Sister Yvonne. So when you look at unions, and we go back to the slide of the different types of allyship, right? They can take one or many of those, because a union in a workplace, in a business, they can be a confidant, they can be a sponsor. At the same time, they can also be an amplifier. And that is where organizations like civil rights movement and other causes that we fight or that you see being advocated within the community, they arise. And then the government plays both roles. Sometimes they are internal because they are trying to play that role from internal, and then for those aspects of the government that maybe probably have been privatized or given out to a third party, then it becomes external, but yet at the same time they are still advocating.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I can see what you're saying there. Thank you, sister.
All right, Sister P.
Okay, thank you all. It looks like there's no more questions, but the one question that is there, we're going to do that after we close YouTube. So before we close YouTube, I just want to thank everybody that joined us today on YouTube and everybody that is in-house now. Thank you. Without you, there will be no dream team. And thank you, Sister Rose, and for the great work, the great moderation on YouTube. And thank you all that join us in YouTube. Remember, we have sister platform that we promote, not promoting that the other ones are not good, but we're looking at the mindset. Because we believe that the mindset, the word, the inspirational word, the motivational word, whatever you want to look at it, is very important. If you don't have the right mindset, whether you have $1 million, you will not change. You will be the same. Money doesn't change anybody. If anything, money is like an we'll call it in Africa looking glass. What people call it a magnifying glass that will amplify who you are. Your mind, how you reason, how you think, can change you. Some of it is taught, some of it is the environment, some of you will learn. So that's why this sister platform I'm going to learn will take our mindset, will take our motivation, very important. because this is a time for preparation. So when the right time comes, you will not be confused. So having said that, we have Mindset Monday with Miriam, Legacy with Miriam at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Deep Dive Globally Changing Life. It's a globally changing life. They're actually changing life. Now at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesday, we have Dr. D. Benny, our Madam of Security, is showing us how to be safe on the internet. Please endeavor to join this session. Apart from the mindset that our Queen Sister Jackie Warner and Dr. Tina Shah is really empowering us there. And sometimes my sister Yvonne will show up, pop in to do that. We learn on how to stay safe in the internet. The world is going digital, and you have to be able to protect yourself, protect your account, protect your identity, protect your data. Data is money. What is data? Your name, the place you live, your phone number, all those things, email, that data. So you have to be able to protect it. And on Thursday, we're concentrating on our health and everything concerning health. And then we have the Repair Empowering Humanity, 8 p.m. Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. And then we have an All Passion Singapore Malaysia Global, 9 a.m. Is it 8 p.m.? It's 8 a.m. now. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday morning. Then we have one group, one global movement. They are just too powerful. They go Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join my Queen Sister Yvonne and Dr. Yvonne Mundi, the Yvonnes, with I think Sister Esther they're working together. Join them if you can, and please get inspired. If you don't have any dream, you don't have any passion, you can't think of anything at all. If you go to one of these webinars, I'm telling you, you will find a passion, you will find a dream. And then we are back here, Dream Team. We're the dreamers. Dream big, dream small, dream any dream you want to dream. Nothing is impossible. No dream is impossible. On Sundays at 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. So we are all in it to win it. And I am going to just open the mic for us to just say in it to win it for a short time in YouTube, because that's our slogan. Then we can shut YouTube. My McCormick can shut YouTube. If we can all unmute ourselves and say in it to win it.
In it
to win it.
It's to win it.
You at the top.
To win it.
Yes.
In it to win it. And thank you so much to all our lovely viewers.
See you.
Dr. D, when you're ready, we can shut YouTube. Then we can answer the last question. Dr. Derek, my YouTube is lag behind. Are we off live so we can answer the question that I think we're not sure to go live with it?
Recording stopped.
So we can answer the question that I think we're not sure to go live. Let me make sure we're off live.
Yes. Recording has been stopped.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure we are off YouTube. My YouTube is lagging behind, so I don't know. Can somebody log in YouTube just to let me
Sure.
know?
Let me check that.
Okay. Dr. Derek, are we off YouTube?
Where is he now?
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Dr. Derek is on the road.
Oh, he's on the road. Okay.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Okay. I was just about to say okay.
Dr. D is doing a good job on the road. Thank you, Dr. D.
have YouTube?